That boy who used to spend days in the garage with only his imagination and a couple hand tools has gotten lost in the grind of the real world. I think it's time we find him. So, I wanted to build this from day one. I mean, literally, before I even started this channel. And I never got around to it. But it's probably a good thing. Because the one I wanted to build last year, pre-finding me, isn't the one I'm attempting today. I have no doubt I can build it, but the details, those little extras that will take this from basic to hopefully extraordinary, might not be possible. I might be trying far too much. Now, I haven't seen one like this. When I told my YouTube buddies, they were like, what? I mean, maybe it might work. So stick around to the end and see how it turns out. The troubles I face and the problems I solved-ish. Please hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And for a comment, let's go with music again today. Who has the best, greatest hit album ever? And there are some good ones out there. So Dong Cheng reached out and asked me to try one of their tools. I looked through their list and saw this, and well, it was a no-brainer. I have wanted a battery circular saw for a while now, for nothing but cutting up pallets. But this even came with 3 blades and a guide. My Ryobi doesn't even have a guide. And I've been saving a pallet specifically for this build. I mean, seriously, look at the colors on this one. Beautiful. And honestly, this thing cuts great. It has that slow start of the brushless motor and then builds right into it. No issues, other than me trying not to cut into the 2x4s and get hung up on the nails. Yeah, she's pretty solid. If you're asking why I cut them versus getting a wrecking bar or a pallet buster, they always split on me no matter what I do. At least this way, I get 18 inches. And yeah, this isn't going to work. I waited a year to cut into this pallet. And remember when I said my plans had changed for the build? The beautiful colors and grain are way too vibrant and contrasting for what I want to do now. But I want to use hardwood. So I raid my pre-cut stash below. And a quick sort. Anything with too wild a grain goes. That means no oak. And I really, really love this reddish wood. I'm going to call it cherry, but it's not. It's maybe mahogany-ish. I don't know. Anyone know what this is? I think all we need is this one board here, actually. That's it. Now, I'm going to practice on the split board, though. I dragged the Monport out. I have in my head this plan. A tapestry engraving throughout this build, telling a story. I crack open Lightburn and give a 3-inch section a whirl. When I did this on pine the other night, it got muddy, real dark, a blob, and hardwood is supposed to be a cleaner burn. But no, it's still way too dark. There's just too much detail in such a small thing. I try, and try again, and end up going back to the first one. I change up the color a little, lighten the dark areas, trying to draw out more detail. I double the speed on the machine and drop the burn down to 15% power, and yeah. And no. The details came out much better, but you can see the waves in the image. The waves of the grain. That's why they recommend you go cross-cut when burning, instead of with the grain. But with pallet wood, I had no other choice. I mean, it's not bad. I could live with it, maybe. But I got one more idea. Now, this one popped in my head last night. I've never burnt on basswood plywood, specific for engraving, actually. Or, well, cutting with the engraver. Yeah. Now, look at that detail. Oh, look at it compared to the hardwood. I love the dark burn of the hardwood, but the detail on the ply, oh. But the problem here is the ply is only 1/8 inch thick and looks like crap from the side. So it's not going to work for this tray. As I said, this idea popped into my head last night at 2 a.m. when I couldn't sleep. So I'm thinking of embedding the plywood into the pine. Don't laugh. I mean, in theory, it should work. It should give a top and a bottom that are solid. So I feed the Wendigo a 1/4 to 1/3 turn, no more, and feed them through. Pass after pass. Someone remind me to empty my cyclone after this, or in the comments. I'm going to forget it. Then we rip down to width. I want 2 inches wide. A couple passes at the table saw and we're good to go. For the next step, I guess this is a big dado. I don't know. I think so. I'm going to cut down just a hair or freckle deeper than the 1/8 inch panoramic tapestry of dragons and such that we have, and just as wide. Now, this takes forever, and just before I screw it up, I catch myself. Oh, so happy I did. I mean, I have to start from the other side while there is still enough meat on the bone to keep the piece balanced over the blade and not falling into the slot, if that makes any sense at all. Some chisel work, far more than I wanted to do, and honestly I have to ask myself, why didn't I just take the time to cut a couple more passes at the table saw? It would have been far quicker and far cleaner than this, but I get to catch up with my good buddy Paul from Red's Workshop UK, and is live on Red's Tool Review.
Thanks, Dylan.
A couple quick passes at the table saw for a rabbit, and then it's cut out the laser engravings at the miter saw. And sand to fit into our dados. And glue. And after 3 hours, I come running out to see how we're doing, all excited, and realize, crap! I glued one section upside down with the rabbit on top. It's a good thing I'm impatient. Yes, the glue is set, but not cured. I pry and pry until she pops apart. Then glue it up again. Then I bust scar out again. Okay, look. My big thing, my artistic touch, instead of like a waterfall grain chasing around the box, I'm going with a 360 panoramic seamless fantasy engraving. I hope. And honestly, what most consider the hardest part of this, the miters, were nothing. All right. This might be the only one that looks fine. I mean, nice. It went together unbelievably easy. Some glue, a clamp. Right, slot. Do I even want to check for square? Perfect. That's good. And that's and then I got arrogant. Yeah, I can do the bottom now. That OG tight bond is already set. Oh, and it was. I cut my bottom and I put it in. Yeah, pin nail time. Angle those bad boys so they don't pop out the inside, and somewhere right about here, it hits me. And I turn the camera off. Okay, I may have cried here. I don't know. I did what I wanted, and now I have 10 pin nails sticking through my seamless artwork. I want to throw it, I want to break it, I want to stay up all night and redo it, but I've been cleaning my garage and shop since 5:30 a.m., 16 hours ago. I twist them, turn them, they won't come out. So I nail set them back in. I can reburn the marks with my summer camp wood burning kit, right? Nope. I can stain the white. Nope. Crap. I had done it. Everything I wanted. It was all but done. There's nothing I can do. Put a coat of poly on and call it a night. Not really. I edit the video, then call it a night. Despite all my errors, I'm pleased with it. I wanted it bigger. It was going to be my ode to the Hobbit, each panel telling a scene, but only got the first one remotely right, some dwarves and Gandalf walking. And then AI let me down. And I couldn't even burn my cherry or whatever that wood was. It's not perfect, but I like it. A couple questions for you all. Number one, the greatest hit album of all time. What's your call? Number two, what was that wood I was trying to use? Cherry, mahogany, some other thing? And three, did I at least inspire someone to get out and build something this week? As always, thank you for watching and choosing to spend 15 minutes building with me. Until the next time.